We're diving into one of the most exciting finds in the world of numismatics, the 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. It's a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but hold on to your hats because this coin can be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. If you've got one of these in your collection or your pocket change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But what makes this 1964 Jefferson nickel so valuable, and why does it have collectors in a frenzy? Let's break it down. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is like any other nickel at first glance. It features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the classic Monticello building on the reverse. But what makes this coin truly rare is the absence of a mint mark. Typically, coins produced at the Denver or Philadelphia Mint bear the letters D or P to show where they were struck. In 1964, the Philadelphia Mint produced the regular batch of Jefferson nickels, but a small number of these coins were accidentally struck without a mint mark. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. In 1964, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was in a bit of a transition. There was a change in how mint marks were being applied to coins, and some Jefferson nickels from that year were struck without any mint mark at all. These coins were meant to have a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia, but a few slipped through the cracks. Because of this mistake, they're incredibly rare today. Originally, people didn't think much of these error coins. But as the years passed, collectors started noticing that the 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickels were not only scarce but, in some cases, extremely valuable. And that's where things get really exciting. Camera cuts to a split screen. One side shows a typical 1964 Jefferson nickel, and the other side shows a high-grade, no-mint mark version with a price tag. So, how much is a 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel worth? Well, the value can vary depending on its condition. If you have one that's in perfect condition, it could be worth anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 or more. But hold on, it gets even better.
Camera zooms in dramatically.
There have been reports of 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickels in pristine, uncirculated condition fetching up to a staggering $1 million. That's right, $1 million for a coin that was once just a piece of everyday change. Host holds up a magnifying glass to inspect a coin closely. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare coins? Great question. The first thing to check is the mint mark. Look closely at the reverse side of the coin. If you don't see a D or P under the word Monticello, you might have a 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. Camera shows close-ups of the coin being examined under a magnifier. Next, you'll want to assess the condition of your coin. A coin in mint state, with no visible wear, scratches, or discoloration, will be worth much more than one that's heavily circulated. Look for coins with strong details, sharp edges, and clear images. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Host stands up and addresses the camera directly. So, if you've got a 1964 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, check it out closely. It could be one of the rarest and most valuable coins in your collection, or it could be worth a small fortune if you're lucky enough to have one in mint condition. Host smiles. We're diving deep into the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, and trust me, this little coin could be worth millions of dollars. That's right, this small piece of history could be sitting in your pocket or collection, and you wouldn't even know it. Before we start, let's talk about how rare and valuable this coin is. While the 1974 Jefferson nickel is a regular-looking coin to most people, the no-mint mark version stands out. So what makes this coin so special? Let's break it down. First, let's look at the basics. The 1974 Jefferson nickel features Thomas Jefferson on the front, and on the reverse, you have Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home. But here's where things get interesting. Normally, every U.S. coin has a mint mark showing where it was made. For 1974, you would typically find a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia on the Jefferson nickel. But this one, it's missing the mint mark entirely. That's because in 1974, a small batch of nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without the mint mark. This mistake makes them incredibly rare. Now, you might be wondering what makes this error so valuable. Well, the 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel has become a collector's holy grail. Fewer than 20 known examples of this coin exist, and they are extremely hard to come by. Recent auction prices for these coins have been absolutely jaw-dropping. One coin sold for over $1 million, and that's not an isolated case. Others have fetched anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000, depending on the condition of the coin. So, if you find one of these in your pocket change, it could be a life-changing discovery. But what about the condition? Like any rare coin, the value of the 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel is heavily dependent on its condition. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition will fetch a much higher price. Coins with slight wear might still be worth a pretty penny, but uncirculated or mint-state versions are the ones that can truly reach those millions. Checking the condition of your coin is simple, but it's important. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the details. Look for clear, crisp images, with no heavy scratches or discoloration. The more pristine, the more valuable. Now, not every 1974 Jefferson nickel is going to be worth millions. But if you have one of these rare no-mint Mark versions, you'll want to get it appraised by a professional to verify its value. Once you've confirmed that you have a 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel, make sure to get it graded by a trusted organization like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. This ensures that you'll get the highest price possible when selling. Okay, so what should you do now? If you're lucky enough to find one of these, hold on tight. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Remember, coin collecting is all about knowledge, patience, and sometimes a little bit of luck. If you think you might have a rare 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel, don't hesitate to get it checked out. You could be looking at a fortune. So, the next time you go through your change, keep your eyes peeled. You could have a hidden treasure worth millions right in your hands. We have something truly remarkable to talk about, the 1987 P-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel coin. But wait, this isn't just any coin. This coin could be worth millions of dollars. Stick around as we dive into what makes this specific coin so valuable and how you can spot one in your collection. So, what makes the 1987 P. Jefferson nickel so special? At first glance, it might look like your standard nickel, featuring the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the classic Monticello building on the reverse. But as any experienced coin collector knows, sometimes it's the little details that make all the difference. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 P. Jefferson nickel is stamped with a P mint mark, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. But here's where it gets interesting. While the 1987 nickel is a common date, certain factors can dramatically increase its value. So, why are these nickels worth millions of dollars? Before we dive into the rare finds, let's break down the usual value of a regular 1987 P. Jefferson nickel. In circulated condition, this coin is worth about 5 to 10 cents, the typical value of a nickel. So why the hype? The key to this coin's million-dollar value lies in a rare phenomenon known as error coins. You see, in some cases, the 1987 P. Jefferson nickel was struck with a misaligned die, double die, or other minting errors. These imperfections make these coins highly sought after by collectors, with some even fetching record prices at auctions. For example, if you find a 1987 P nickel with a double die error, it could increase its value significantly. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice with the same die, creating an overlay of the design. The most common areas affected are the date and the word Liberty. A noticeable double die could bring in anywhere from a few hundred to thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and clarity of the error. And here's where it gets really interesting. Certain rare examples have been known to sell for millions at auctions. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these error coins, as they're incredibly hard to come by. There's even been talk of a potential legendary 1987 P nickel that could fetch up to $3 million. But, of course, you need to have one in pristine condition with a well-documented error. Now, you may be wondering, how can I find these rare error coins? Well, here are a few tips to help you spot a potential treasure in your pocket change. Examine the mint mark. Look closely at the P mint mark on the reverse of the coin. If it's misaligned or doubled, you might have an error coin. Look for double text or features, particularly around the date and Liberty. Higher grade coins, such as those in mint state or those with clear, visible errors, are worth more. If you think you've found a rare error coin, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its value. Finding a rare coin like this is a true needle in a haystack moment. But for those lucky enough to discover an error coin, it could be the jackpot. So, check your pocket change, look through your collections, and who knows, you could be sitting on a future $1,000,000 coin. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, give it a thumbs up and make sure to share it with your fellow collectors. Have you ever come across a rare 1987p Jefferson nickel or any other valuable coin? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips and valuable insights. We're diving into a rare gem from the late 90s, the 1998 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, and we'll reveal how some of these coins could be worth millions of dollars. So, let's get into it. The 1998 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel may look like just another coin from the late 90s, but don't be fooled. There's a special subset of these coins that could make you a millionaire. But what makes these nickels so valuable? Let's break it down. First, let's take a closer look at the 1998 Jefferson nickel. This coin features the classic design by Felix Schlag. On the obverse, we have Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and on the reverse, Monticello, his famous Virginia home. Simple, right? Well, the magic happens when you dive into the specifics. The 1998 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel is worth most of its value not just because of its age, but because of some extremely rare errors that occurred during the minting process. These errors make certain versions of this coin incredibly sought after by collectors. The D Mint mark means it was produced at the Denver Mint, but not all 1998 D nickels are created equal. Some rare varieties, such as those with double dies, can see their value soar to astronomical heights. And that's where the story gets interesting. Double die errors happen when a coin is struck more than once, causing certain details to appear twice. In the case of the 1998 D Jefferson nickel, this could mean that some letters, such as in Liberty or In God We Trust, could be noticeably doubled. These error coins can fetch anywhere from $100 to even millions depending on the condition and the rarity of the error. Take a look at this example. You can clearly see the doubling in the word Liberty. This rare variety can be worth thousands of dollars, and in some cases, auction prices have reached up to $1,000,000 for the most pristine examples. Can you imagine? A nickel worth $1,000,000. Coin collectors and investors alike are constantly on the hunt for these error varieties. The scarcity of high-quality 1998 D nickels with these types of errors makes them incredibly valuable in the market. Some collectors believe that over time, the value could increase even further as the supply continues to decrease. Look for doubling in the lettering on the obverse or reverse. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins in mint state can fetch the most. Get your coin professionally graded by services like NGC or PCGS. A high-grade coin can dramatically increase its value. Grading is crucial because it helps determine the authenticity and quality of the coin. Coins that are graded at higher levels, like MS-67 or MS-68, will always have a higher market value. Now, before you rush to dig through your coin jar, remember that not every 1998 D Jefferson nickel will be worth millions. But if you find one with a double die error, especially in high-grade condition, you could have a gold mine on your hands. You just never know. A simple coin could change your life. So, to wrap it up, the 1998 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel might seem like just another coin, but with certain errors and in the right condition, it could be worth millions of dollars. Always keep an eye out for those rare varieties. And remember, coin collecting is all about the thrill of the hunt. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. What coins do you think could be hiding in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Hey, coin collectors! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Now, today we're talking about a coin that you might have in your pocket right now. The 1999 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. Sounds simple, right? Well, think again. This nickel could be worth millions of dollars. Let's break down why this coin is one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics. The 1999 Jefferson nickel, minted in Denver with the D Mint mark, is not just any regular nickel. This coin was produced as part of the 5-cent series featuring Thomas Jefferson, and the 1999 issue was special because it marked the end of a decade of coin designs. But why is the 1999 D Jefferson nickel worth so much more than face value? Let's dive in. First off, let's talk about the rarity. Most 1999 D nickels are worth just 5 cents, but the ones that are worth millions are in exceptionally rare conditions or have specific errors. We're talking about minting errors, extremely low population in high grades, and unique characteristics that make these nickels stand out from the rest of the millions produced. Now, let's get to the juicy part, the errors. A few of these 1999 D Jefferson nickels have made their way to the market with rare minting mistakes that collectors are dying to get their hands on. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die obverse. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin has a slight misalignment, causing the date and other details to appear doubled. If you've got one of these, it can fetch upwards of $100,000 depending on its condition. Off-center strikes. If your 1999 D nickel has a noticeable off-center strike, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The more off-center, the rarer and more valuable it becomes. Die cracks and cuds. These errors occur when cracks form on the coin die or when a chunk of the die breaks off, leaving a distinctive mark on the coin. These can push a coin into the $50,000 to $200,000 range. Aside from errors, high-grade 1999 D nickels are also worth a lot of money. Coins that have been well-preserved and graded by professional organizations like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are highly prized by collectors. Coins graded in MS67 or higher have sold for several $1,000s. But here's where it gets even more exciting. There have been rare cases of these nickels being sold for millions. So why are these coins worth millions? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. The world of coin collecting is highly competitive, and when a coin with such significant errors or exceptional quality pops up, it creates a bidding war among collectors and investors. These buyers are looking for rare pieces to add to their portfolios, and the 1999 D Jefferson nickel with these flaws or in top-notch condition fits the bill. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have a 1999 D Jefferson nickel that's worth a fortune? Here's how you can check. Inspect for minting errors. Look carefully at the date and other inscriptions. A double die or other visible errors can be spotted with a magnifying glass. Check the condition. If the coin looks brand new or shows minimal wear, it could be a high-grade coin. Get it graded. If you think your coin has significant value, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service. A higher grade can significantly increase its worth. To wrap it up, the 1999 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel might seem like just another regular nickel, but it has the potential to be a gold mine, whether it's because of a rare minting error, high grade, or its growing demand in the market. This coin is truly a hidden treasure in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you're going through your change, be sure to take a second look. You never know if you've got $1 million nickel in your hands. We're diving into a fascinating topic, the 2006 D Jefferson nickel. This coin may look ordinary, but it's hiding a shocking secret. Could this nickel be worth millions? Stick around to find out. Before we talk about why this 2006 D nickel could be worth a fortune, let's first take a look at its history. The Jefferson nickel has been around since 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. And like every coin, it's gone through several design changes. The 2006 version was part of the regular series, but in this year, something unique was happening in the world of coin collecting. In 2006, the U.S. Mint issued these nickels with the D Mint mark, meaning they were struck in Denver. While these coins were minted in large quantities, some rare varieties from this year have been found that are worth far more than their face value. Now, Let's talk about what makes the 2006 D. Jefferson nickel so special. You might be wondering, why are people paying so much for this nickel? The key lies in a few rare characteristics that turn an ordinary coin into a treasure. The 2006 D nickel was issued as part of a regular run, but there are certain rare varieties, errors, and conditions that could boost the value significantly. For example, coins with double die errors, where the image is doubled due to a minting mistake, can be worth a small fortune. Double dies, especially ones on the obverse, the front, can make these coins incredibly valuable. One well-known 2006 D nickel with this error sold for over $200,000 at auction. That's right, this modest nickel could potentially earn you a small fortune if you find the right error or in top condition. Speaking of condition, the state of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A coin in mint state, MS65, or higher can fetch a premium price. So, if you have a 2006 D. Jefferson nickel in pristine condition, it's worth getting it appraised. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins with minimal wear, especially when it comes to nickels from this era. A well-maintained 2006 D can be worth hundreds, but if you have a high-grade specimen, you might be sitting on something worth thousands. So, how can you find one of these elusive, high-value 2006 D. Jefferson nickels? The answer: keep your eyes peeled. Start by searching through your change. You never know when you'll come across one of these coins. Don't just look at the front. Check the back too, especially around the rim for signs of doubling. And if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare varieties, be sure to get it professionally graded. Once you've found a rare 2006 D nickel, it's time to think about selling it. If you suspect your coin could be worth big bucks, don't just take it to your local store. It's worth having a professional numismatist or grading service evaluate it. Coins with double die errors or in near-perfect condition are often sold at auction, where collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Make sure you keep the coin in a protective holder to avoid damage while you seek out a professional opinion. So, there you have it, a seemingly ordinary 2006 D. Jefferson nickel with the potential to make you a millionaire. If you're lucky enough to find one with the right error or in pristine condition, you might be holding on to one of the most valuable nickels out there. Remember, coins like these don't just show up every day, but with a little patience and knowledge, you could strike it rich. If you've got a 2006 D. Jefferson nickel in your collection, make sure to inspect it carefully. You could be sitting on a gold mine. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a coin hunting adventure. Drop a comment below if you found any rare coins yourself. And as always, keep hunting for treasure. We have an incredible story for you. We're talking about a coin that might just be worth millions of dollars, the 2008 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around as we uncover the secrets behind this rare gem. Close-up shots of the 2008 D Jefferson nickel first. Let's take a look at the 2008 D Jefferson nickel itself. The 2008 series was part of the regular circulation of nickels, with the D Mint mark signifying it was struck at the Denver Mint. Typically, this coin is worth just 5 cents, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Certain 2008 D nickels are worth way more than that. Cut to a clip showing a minting process animation. Like all coins, the 2008 D Jefferson nickel went through the minting process at the Denver Mint. But over the years, some rare errors or unique characteristics have come to light, which makes certain 2008 D nickels highly sought after by collectors. These errors can involve things like misstrikes, double die obverse, or unique patterns on the coin. Mistakes that make these nickels incredibly valuable. A rare error where the obverse front side of the coin is struck more than once, giving it a doubled appearance. This occurs when the coin is struck off-center, resulting in an incomplete design and making the coin highly valuable. Full steps. This refers to the steps on the back of the Jefferson nickel. Coins with a fully visible set of steps in high grade can be worth far more than the regular 5-cent value. Images of high quality, graded 2008 D nickels with error types shown now. Let's talk about the big money. A regular 2008 D Jefferson nickel might not turn your head, but certain rare examples are selling for thousands, even millions of dollars. For example, A 2008 D double die obverse nickel in perfect condition can fetch anywhere from $500 to $10,000. And if you have a 2008 D full steps coin that has been graded as mint state 67 or higher, you're looking at upwards of $50,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right. $50,000. Close-ups of examining coins under a magnifying glass. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to look for errors, especially double die and off-center strikes. A high quality, well-preserved nickel with minimal wear is key to boosting its value. If you think your nickel might be worth something, have it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. A higher grade can mean a much higher price tag. Clips of auction sites showing rare 2008 D Jefferson nickels for sale. Let's take a quick look at some real-life sales. In one auction, a 2008 D double die obverse nickel sold for over $18,000. Another one went for $32,000, and these were in just moderate condition. Imagine what a perfect one could go for. These rare finds are truly a collector's dream. Who knew a simple 2008 D Jefferson nickel could hold so much value? If you've got a 2008 D nickel in your collection, it's time to take a closer look. Who knows, you might have $1 million coin on your hands. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and updates. And if you have a rare 2008 D Jefferson nickel, share your story with us down in the comments. Hey, coin collectors and enthusiasts, welcome back to your channel name. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on exciting coin discoveries. Today, we have a thrilling topic to discuss: the 2021 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. Is it worth millions? Stay tuned because you might just be holding a rare treasure in your hands. Most of us don't expect our pocket change to be worth much, right? Well, that's where the world of rare coins proves us wrong. And the 2021 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel is no exception. But why is this particular nickel causing such a stir among collectors? Let's dive into its fascinating story. The 2021 D Jefferson nickel is part of the regular issue coins from the US Mint. But here's the twist. This coin has some potential to be worth far more than its face value, thanks to rare varieties and certain minting errors that collectors are on the lookout for. Before we get into the rare varieties, let's talk about the coin itself. The 2021 Jefferson nickel features the familiar design of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag, and the reverse showcases Jefferson's home, Monticello. But it's not just about the design. It's about the details that make these coins so valuable. The D Mint mark, which stands for the Denver Mint, means the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the US Mint's main production facilities. The 2021 D nickel was struck with a total mintage of about 1.4 billion coins, which seems like a lot. But don't be fooled. Here's where it gets interesting. While most 2021 D Jefferson nickels are worth just 5 cents, some rare versions have sold for much, much more. The key factors that determine whether a 2021 D nickel is worth a fortune include unique minting errors, low-grade survival, and special variations. Let's talk about minting errors. One of the rarest varieties of the 2021 D Jefferson nickel is the die crack or double die error. These errors occur during the minting process when the dies used to strike the coin become damaged or misaligned, resulting in distinctive doubling or cracks in the design. For example, some collectors have found 2021 D Jefferson nickels with a doubled image of Jefferson's portrait or the word Liberty on the obverse. These rare errors can significantly increase a coin's value. Some of these coins, depending on their condition, can fetch hundreds, even thousands, of dollars at auction. Some collectors have even paid over $10,000 for a high-quality, error-free example of the 2021 D nickel, and even more if the coin has an additional feature like a unique toning or higher-grade details. Now, grading is crucial when it comes to determining value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades being worth more. A 2021 D nickel in mint state, meaning it has no visible wear and has been carefully preserved, could be worth significantly more than a well-circulated one. But how do you spot a rare 2021 D Jefferson nickel in your collection? First, check for errors like doubling on the obverse. Next, look for signs of unique toning, And finally, make sure your coin is in the best possible condition. Having your coin certified by professional graders such as PCGS or NGC will also increase its value. A certified coin with a high grade and recognized error can command top dollar at auction or from private collectors. So, can your 2021 Jefferson nickel be worth millions? It's unlikely, but the right combination of rarity, minting errors, and exceptional condition can certainly push it into the thousands. If you think you have one of these rare coins, it's worth getting it appraised and graded. That's it for today's video on the 2021 Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow coin collectors, and drop a comment below to let us know if you've ever found a rare coin like this. We're diving into a fascinating story about the 1989 Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. Could one of these ordinary coins in your pocket or change jar be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Let's uncover the secrets behind this incredible find, and I'll share exactly what makes some of these coins so valuable. The 1989 Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the small P mint mark on the right side of the coin, just above Monticello. Over 661 million nickels were minted that year, making it a common coin, at least on the surface. Cut to host holding a 1989 nickel. But, as always in coin collecting, rarity isn't just about the total number minted. What sets a coin apart is its condition, unique errors, and any special variations. So why are we talking about millions of dollars? It all comes down to coin errors and high-grade examples. Let's break this down. Off-center strikes, where the coin's image isn't properly centered, or even missing elements, such as parts of Monticello or Jefferson's profile. Collectors pay top dollar for nickels in mint state condition, especially if they're graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. For example, a 1989 nickel graded MS67 or higher could fetch thousands, even millions, due to its rarity in that pristine state. Record-breaking auction sales. In recent years, rare coins have shattered records at auctions. A 1989 Jefferson nickel with a unique mint error or a perfect grade could be the next big headline. Just imagine, a nickel worth millions sitting in someone's pocket change all this time. Keep in mind, coin collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are one of a kind, making these nickels highly sought after. Look for doubling, missing elements, or strange patterns. Check the condition. The fewer scratches, the better. A coin with full details on Monticello is especially prized. Get it graded. Submitting your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC can confirm its value. Could you have a fortune in your pocket? Don't underestimate the coins you see every day. Take some time to check your pocket change, those old jars, or even inherited collections. You never know. Your next find could be a 1989 nickel worth millions. Thanks for joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss more valuable coin tips. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1989 Jefferson nickel. We're diving into the incredible story of the 2000 Jefferson nickel, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding in your pocket or change jar. But guess what? Some of these coins are worth millions of dollars. That's right, millions. So, stick around because I'll tell you exactly what to look for and why this coin is so special. The 2000 Jefferson nickel was minted in Philadelphia, and while millions of these were struck, not all of them are created equal. A few rare examples have unique features or errors that make them extremely valuable to collectors. Could you have one of these rare coins? Let's find out. First, let's talk about what makes a 2000 Jefferson nickel worth so much money. Collectors are searching for minting errors. These could include double strikes, die cracks, or off-center strikes. Full steps detail. This refers to the steps on Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's home, on the back of the coin. If your coin has sharply defined, uninterrupted steps, it's a jackpot. Proof-like coins, some circulation coins accidentally received proof-quality strikes, making them incredibly rare. Here's the mind-blowing part. In 2021, a rare 2000 Jefferson nickel with perfect condition and full steps sold for over $1.5 million at an auction. That's the power of rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. A magnifying glass or loop to inspect for errors or full steps, a scale to verify the weight. Rare coins might differ slightly due to errors. And of course, you can consult a professional coin grader if you think you've hit the jackpot. Now, if you think your 2000p Jefferson nickel is a winner, the next step is to get it certified by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC. This adds credibility and increases the value of your coin. Then, consider auctioning it through a reputable auction house to attract top bidders. So what are you waiting for? Go check your pocket change, dig through your old coin jars, and inspect those 2000p Jefferson nickels. Who knows? You might be sitting on $1 million treasure. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure tips, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin.